I saw some videos the other week, one of Kier Starmer. I think it was the races and people were booing him. And I saw another one with a female MP in a pub for Sunday dinner being heckled and booed. And this time last year, or this time a couple of years ago, I'd have said that was disgraceful behaviour and we shouldn't treat people like that, especially politicians. But I'm of the opinion now that that's all we've got left because they don't listen to us. They lie to us. We vote for a policy, then they do the complete opposite. All we can do now is start being rude and not violent, rude, and start being rude en masse because we've got to let them know how we feel because they cheat us, they lie to us, they trick us, and then they think they've got away with it. They think we didn't realize, they think they're cleverer than they really are. They think, oh, that worked. No one really said anything. We didn't say anything, but inside we're fuming and we've got to start letting them know. So more mass public rudeness is what I'm shouting for.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, as long as it doesn't have to be polite, but as long as it's peaceful and there's no violence, absolutely. I mean, people go on the streets and protest. Admittedly, some of them went too far in the riots, which I don't condone, and looting and stuff. But if you're going to march down the streets and call out Starmer for what he is, then I've got absolutely no issue with that. In fact, you should be a lot more thick-skinned than that if you're going to be prime minister of any country. And if you're going to start locking people up for putting stupid comments on Facebook, then I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. So what have people got left? Like you said, people vote for a party with the best of intentions, hoping that this party is going to enact whatever policy, and then the complete opposite happens. Of course, people are going to get fed up, to say the least. And that's what's happening now. Starmer cannot go out in public. He is a prime minister in exile. He's spent more time abroad since he came to power than he has here. He's basically bunkered up now inside number 10. He doesn't come out. Southport, he turned up there. He gets, well, I mean, it was his own fault. It was the worst PR stunt I've ever seen. I mean, to turn up like that and ignore members of the public, lay a wreath and then run off into your car and head back down to Westminster was shameful, to say the least. But from a PR perspective, it was a complete disaster. Then he goes out in the public, as you said, to the races. I mean, that couldn't have gone any worse. And again, I don't know what this guy's problem is. He walked through this crowd of people. They're calling him all sorts of names, booing him, jeering him, and he just walked through with a stupid grin on his face. To my mind, it's not just arrogant. It's frustrating for people because, again, he's not listening. He doesn't care what you or I think. This is a man who wouldn't know a working class person if one walked up and spat in his face. He hasn't got a clue what working class people are. I don't care what he says his dad did for a living.
Well, yeah, his dad was a tool maker. And then when you look into that, what he means is his dad owned the company that used to make tools. Because when he says my dad's a tool maker, you think of him in dungarees, sweat, stubble, grinding something on a machine. No, his dad owned the company. Again, that's just another one of his lies. That technically isn't a lie. It's within the rules. But to me and you, that's a lie. It's not the truth. And he keeps saying these things. And he also hasn't got the nous to understand that him saying my dad was a tool maker. And when people laugh, he doesn't get it. And the reason why people laugh is because we're all going, yeah, and you're the tool he made.
Yeah, I know. He's never thought that through, has he?
He's never understood why people laugh. And the reason why he walks through those crowds with a grin on his face, and I'm sure that's embarrassment and not feeling that he belongs or being frustrated. I get that. That's a nervous grin. But it's because he hasn't got the interpersonal skills to be that type of politician. He really hasn't. He's a square. He's a grey man. He's a bean counter. That's all he is. And he's not got the skills of a Boris Johnson or a Tony Blair. Did you enjoy that video? I think you did. Come on now, hit that bell, subscribe, comment. Let's build this channel. I need more followers. I need more subscribers. Be part of the journey. See you soon.